Good evening, Tallahassee. This is student meteorologist Chris Malve here with your first Monday night edition of FSU weather for 2026. Right now over Doak, we got a pretty nice sunset over my shoulder right here. Seeing some of those orange and pink hues, really lovely outside right now, but still quite on the chilly side of things. I know last semester we were talking a lot about the heat, but now it's all about that cold Arctic air. We're at 51 in Tallahassee and seeing some pretty similar temperatures all around the Big Bend. Today we only topped out in about those mid-50s, so it was a bit of a cooler day for us here in Tallahassee, and we're only going to get colder as we head into the overnight hours. But for tonight's weather headlines, we're going to be talking about our furry friend Punxsutawney Phil's his forecast for how long winter's going to be lasting. We're going to be talking a lot about that on tonight's show. We got some more warmer weather on the way, which is some good news for us here. And we're going to be also talking about those record-breaking low temps from that Arctic blast. All this and more on FSU Weather.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to Monday night's edition of FSU Weather. We are back for the 2026 semester and it's pretty cold. We just got back from the AMS conference and it was cold there, but now it's cold here.
Yes, it is freezing here. I was looking forward to the warm temperatures in Florida when we were in Houston, Texas, but we came back to seemed like even chillier temperatures.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's 1st of February. It definitely feels like April Fool's at this point. It's a little too early for that, and especially a little too early to get warm because it's Groundhog Day and Punxsutawney Phil hates us. So
yes, it absolutely checks out that we will be getting 6 more weeks of winter, unfortunately. But we are seeing a warm up for the rest of the week.
A little bit, and we've got those record lows that hit us too. So in a lot of Florida, we saw the lowest it'll go, and we're going to warm up a little bit, but not much, especially for this time of year. But yeah, I mean, how are you spending the weather?
Honestly, we will be having the Tally Half Marathon this weekend. Luckily, we are going to be hitting like around 50s, which is perfect running weather for me. I'm so excited not to be running in 20-degree weather. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not running the marathon, but I am excited for people who are. I remember my cross-country days, 50 degrees is perfect weather.
Perfect.
Before, you start to get a cold when you enter the 40s, but still, better to be cold than warm when you are running. But for now, we're going to change things over to Chris. He's going to tell you a little bit more about what's going on here in Tallahassee.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, right behind me, you can just see all these lovely views all across the Big Bend region, seeing that sunset taking over the sportsplex, just beautiful weather all around the Big Bend right now. Our radar is completely clear right now, nothing to worry about. We do have that high pressure that's just been sitting over us, so we're not dealing with any sort of cloud cover or rain, but that's going to change in the coming days. But right around Tallahassee right now, we're still sitting in the low 50s here in downtown, 54 over in Quincy. A little bit cooler down in Apalachicola, sitting in those upper 40s right now. And we're also feeling quite bone dry. I mean, check out these dew points. We're only at 20. I know Florida is, typically a pretty muggy state, but especially when it gets to the winter time like this, here's when we see those really low dew points, and that's kind of what we're seeing all around the region. But unfortunately, that cold is not going away just yet. Check out these sub-freezing lows for a lot of us here, getting down to 29 in Tallahassee, 30 in Thomasville. Now, some places closer to the coast will be just barely above freezing, but you're definitely going to want to layer up a bit. I know I was wearing my sweatpants and my sweatshirt today, and if you're going out tonight, you're definitely going to want to layer up. That's going to be the name of the game. But as we time out our future cast, we do have some clouds rolling in from the west Tuesday. Now check this out. Wednesday morning is when our next cold front arrives. This is going to be our next weather maker that's going to be arriving here in the Big Bend. Notice around 9 a.m. Bainbridge, Mariana starting to get in on some of that rain. That's going to make its way to Tallahassee around lunchtime. So make sure to have that umbrella if you have any afternoon classes. I know I'll be needing it headed to my meteorology class. But that's going to clear out by late Wednesday night. Still seeing a couple of scattered showers here and there, and then we're just going to be left with some cloud cover. But headed into this week, we definitely could use some of that rain. We're still under those drought conditions. I know we talked about it a lot this past semester. We're still seeing some pretty extreme drought conditions, but looking towards the latter part of the week, still going to be seeing those relatively mild temperatures being the 50s and 60s, and I mean, we're still pretty cold at night, seeing those lows in the 40s and 30s. But I know I've actually been seeing some very cold Arctic air, and you know, one thing that was pretty wild to see in Florida was we saw some flurries this weekend. Dave, you guys see flurries? Now, I'm going to hand things over to Chloe, and she's going to tell us what is the rest of the state of Florida looking like right now.
Yes, we will be seeing quite clear and quiet skies for the rest of the week. We have had quite a lot of action this winter season with Florida weather, which with the flurries that Chris had mentioned earlier. But we will be seeing, unfortunately, some freeze warnings in our near future. Make sure to watch your 4Ps. Make sure to bring a coat for your furry friend, and drip your pipes, put in your plants. As well, in the future, we are seeing also more quiet skies, nothing to see here. But because of this, we are going to see a much warmer temperatures in the future, which I am very excited about. Currently, we are hitting pretty cold temperatures in Tallahassee. We're hitting 48 in Tampa, 54 in West Palm Beach, 49 in Jacksonville. Definitely don't forget to bring your coat when you head out for an afternoon stroll. Tonight, 29 in Tallahassee. Yes, for sure, bring your coat, maybe a sweatshirt as well. Coat for your furry friend as well if you're going out tonight. And we are hitting 37 in Fort Myers as well. Cold temperatures all across the board. And for tomorrow, we're seeing some cloud cover into the rest of the week. We're going to get some scattered thunderstorms that will bring down our temperatures again later on. But right now, we're seeing kind of a warm up. A little bit, I'll take it, honestly. If you find yourself in Miami, pretty comfortable temperatures currently in the mid-70s. Love to see it. Wish I was in Miami right now, honestly, with hitting 70s. I would love to see that. In Orlando, Florida, we're seeing much of the same. A little bit of rain on Thursday. Bring your umbrella if you're heading out. In my hometown, Pensacola, Florida, comfortable temperatures as well, but also some storms on Wednesday. And tomorrow, we're getting a warm up in the mid-60s in Tallahassee, 70 in Fort Myers. I'm going to pass it off to Ainsley, who's going to tell you more about the southeast.
Yeah, we have got some gorgeous sunsets that I know we caught earlier, and I was hoping I'd make it here before the sun went down, but I didn't, just barely. It is very pretty, though, here in Tampa and across the rest of the southeast. We're starting to get those later sunsets, and pretty clear for the radar. Not much to worry about. Tonight would be a great day to go out and stargaze. I really want to. Got too much schoolwork, but if you can, get out and do it, because we got a big system of high pressure looming over us. For your conditions right now, we're pretty cool. This is a big change of pace. 51 here in Tallahassee, 40s in Tampa. That is quite a bit different from what they're used to. And like Chris said, bone dry. That's right. 21 here in Tallahassee, 9 up in Charlotte, single digits. I know this is the most chapped my lips have ever felt, and I'm from the Midwest, so don't know what's going on, but there's something in the air here. Your feels like pretty close to the temperatures. Again, really low in some places, 51 in Tallahassee, even cooler in Tampa, down at 43 there, but not too bad. Here in the next couple of days, we do have a chance of some showers coming in. So round 2, probably going to cool us off even more. So we only get a little bit of relief. Now this is going to push through Tallahassee around the time that, like Chris said, we're going to be in class. So we'll miss most of it. But by the time we get out, we're going to want to be wearing those jackets. So make sure to bring some layers for your Wednesday afternoon. And then that's going to push through off the coast there by Thursday evening. Tonight, we're going to dip down pretty cool, 30 here in Tallahassee, 22 all the way up in Charlotte, and 44 down in Miami. So again, we're not used to this. Just bear with us. We will be out of the woods here soon. Punxsutawney Phil has determined our destiny for this week. So in the next 6 weeks, thank you so much. Tomorrow, we're going to warm back up, though. 66, not terrible. We're pretty used to that. 71 out in New Orleans. And finally back to normal in Tampa at 64. So crisis averted come tomorrow. But definitely make sure to get outside and feel what it feels like to be a part of the North for a little while. I know I am from up there, and I'm excited to see everyone's reactions to it. But Chris is going to tell you more about what's going on with the Northerners as well.
Yeah, that's right. And if we look over in Chicago and Detroit, we do have some kind of lake effect snow showers that are currently ongoing, and honestly, all around the country, just very colorful map right now. You can clearly see all this Arctic air that's just surging down even to the deep south, and it's been giving us a lot of this cooler weather here. That's why right now our current temps are still only in the mid-40s, so a bit chillier for us here. Out west, though, kind of a nothing burger of a forecast, just very mild weather, sunny skies over in LA. But as you take a look at our current dew points all around the country, still seeing some of those really low dew points. I mean, only 11 in Minneapolis. Definitely going to need that chopstick if you're over there. I can already feel my lips getting pretty chopped right now. So if I was in Minneapolis, I would definitely need some chopstick right about now. But taking a look at our drought monitor, we're still staying quite dry, seeing those extreme drought conditions in Houston. I mean, we were just there within this past week for the AMS conference, and we actually missed out on some of the ice, which is good for us, but that's a whole different story. Still, back home in Tallahassee, again, seeing those extreme drought conditions. Thankfully, some rain's on the way, but taking a look at that radar, just some cloud cover here in the Midwest. You can kind of see those little snow squalls over in the state of Minnesota, even a little bit of the Dakotas right there starting to get in on some of that. And we're going to actually zoom in. You can see these showers quickly racing off to the southeast, leaving some snow flurries and some sort of wintry precip for them. And here again, we're now kind of looking at Pittsburgh right here. You can see those snow showers are moving in. Also over in Detroit, seeing some of those snow showers as well. But now we're going to talk about some of the active weather that's going on right now. And I mean, the thumb sticking out right here is much of the state of Florida under that freeze warning. So we're going to be dealing with those dangerously cold temperatures tonight. Make sure to protect those 4Ps. We actually had a couple dorms here on FSU's campus where the pipes did burst. So make sure, leave your faucets dripping tonight. Make sure to bring your plants inside. Make sure to have your people and pets accounted for. But looking towards the SPC outlook, just a non-severe threat. Nothing too crazy going on. So that's pretty nice. Severe weather season is on the way. But look at that future radar. Staying mostly dry towards the west. We do have that cold front that's going to be moving towards the deep south. That will give us some rain, which it's a win for us because we could definitely use it. Now, looking at tonight's temperatures, another chilly one for most of the nation. I mean, 2 degrees in Minneapolis. I'm sorry, you will not catch me there tonight. But still in the deep south, dealing with some of those chillier temperatures, and definitely going to want to layer up tonight. We've kind of talked about it a lot in tonight's show, but definitely bring a jacket, bring a sweatshirt. Just wear whatever you can to stay warm this time of year. And looking towards tomorrow, seeing some rain over in Memphis, and again, some pretty cool weather across the north and even in the Midwest. And down towards the south, still seeing mild weather, so thankfully no snow to worry about this time, but still make sure to just kind of dress accordingly for the weather you're going to get. But we're going to kind of switch gears a bit. Now, we're on the street today is our forecaster friend Phil. Now, in case you haven't heard, he is going to be, or he did actually end up predicting another 6 weeks of snow, which is actually crazy. But speaking of the cold, now we're going to talk a little bit more about the cold weather, or some of this cold weather that we just saw over the past couple days. Now, Florida saw some just absolutely record-shattering cold. We're talking temperatures that have not been broken in decades. Just check this out. What do you think of this, Ainsley?
Yeah, I mean, that is the lowest I have ever seen for anywhere in Florida. I'm surprised we got as low as 23. That's crazy. And like I said, Punxsutawney Phil hates us. But, he's accurate, at least for once. Of all the combinations you could have, he could be inaccurate and it could be warm. He could be accurate and it could be warm. It could be inaccurate and it could be cold. At least he's accurate, but it is cold.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like when he's forecasting, it almost just feels like he's flipping a coin. But this time, considering all this snow we had and these really cold temps, he might be onto something, which I guess depending on who you ask, might not be what it might be what you wanted to hear, might not be. Me personally, I don't think I really want another 6 weeks of winter.
I definitely don't, but I mean, who can blame him? He woke up in the middle of freezing cold and decided to say it's cold, so I mean, I think he was being a little sassy with us, but I'll throw that sass right back. Warm it up, please.
Come on now.
Take it back.
Yeah, part of me also wants to say I think he got a little bit lucky. I mean, he kind of saw some sunshine today, so he saw a shadow.
Yeah, and if there was ever a more appropriate time, it's when you're getting these lows. So, I mean, Yeah, just take a look at them. That is, I know the Floridians are not quite used to this, but it's brutal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember seeing, I saw several photos online from this Arctic blast event. I saw several fountains just completely frozen over, just something you don't really see in the state of Florida, just absolutely mind-blowing to me. And back in my hometown, or my county, Manatee County, we saw some flurries, which, you know, that's something I never thought I would say, especially on air. That's absolutely wild that they actually saw some flurries.
Yeah, I'm definitely jealous of that. Definitely wish, because that's Central Florida, right?
Yeah, it's like Central South Florida,
Okay,
more like
gotcha,
South
gotcha.
Florida.
I'm not
Yeah,
familiar
still.
with too much of Central Florida here, but yeah, we did see a couple of flurries. I guess I was at work, so I didn't get a chance to see them, but there were lots of videos, so it was really good to see. But I think we're gonna have Chloe take it on over to our local close, where she's gonna tell us about the not so cold that we're going to be having here in the next couple of days. Chloe, take it away.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited for the warm-up. Currently, though, we were hitting some past records, but right now, over Doak Campbell Stadium, we're seeing some beautiful skies and amazing temperatures. If you're bringing your dog out for a walk, if you're going on a run, as I will be training for the Tallahassee half after this one, I'm excited to see 52 degrees out. Very happy about it, to be honest. Currently, locally, it is around low 50s, Tallahassee and Quincy and Mariana. In Valdosta, 47. Little chilly for my taste, but not terrible to see that. Currently, we're seeing not much, quiet skies. That's why we're seeing quite a little bit of a warm-up. In the future, though, we're seeing some cloud cover and some scattered thunderstorms. Might bring our temperatures down, not sure on Wednesday night. If you're taking your dog out in the morning, it's going to be quite chilly. Bring a jacket for your furry friend. It's going to be 30s. I definitely recommend going around 10 or 11 in the morning. Looks like we're seeing some more comfortable temperatures. We do have a pollen report. Unfortunately, we are hitting that season. Grab your tissues, grab anything you can to resist getting that cold or your allergies. Tonight, it is going to be quite chilly. 29 in Tallahassee. We're hitting 30 in Thomasville, 31 in Perry. Definitely recommend a jacket if you're heading out tonight. And tomorrow, it's going to be 66. I'm so excited. It's going to be so comfortable, so sunny, some clouds in the PM, but so excited. Chris and Ainsley, what do you think about this upcoming weather?
Thanks, Chloe. And you know, I'm just ready for this warm-up. I'm kind of with the cold. Like yesterday, I was wearing like 3 different layers of clothes. It was just way too much. I'm ready to go back to shorts and t-shirt weather. I don't know about you, Ainsley, but
I disobey a little bit. I wear t-shirts pretty much everywhere, but I just, my philosophy is I'm walking from the car to the building, and as soon as I get in the building, I'm gonna get warm up. So I'm usually not bringing a jacket unless it's absolutely unbearable, but it's just another thing for me to remember, and I'm a pretty forgetful person.
well, I guess it kind of depends on the situation. I was I guess, a little bit more out and about these past couple days, so I really needed those extra couple layers to keep me warm as I was heading out.
For sure. And I mean, this new cold front that's coming in on Wednesday, I'm sure we're going to feel it then. So maybe that day I'll remember to bring my jacket. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to need that umbrella on hand for Wednesday as well. Now, like you mentioned earlier, at least you're going to be in class for most of it. But, you know, with those kind of hit or miss showers, still might not be a too bad idea to have on hand.
Or if you're someone that likes to walk from, you know, your most recent class to the Union and then back, you're probably going to want that umbrella.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
could bet some money on that for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna remember that when I go to grab my SIP club before Mezzo. So I think that's a pretty good tip for all you guys heading out, walking around on campus. So make sure to follow us on X at FSU Weather.
Also like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
And if you are watching right now, subscribe to us on FSU Weather.
But wait, there's more. Make sure to check out our TikTok page at FSU Weather. Here's one last look at your 7-day.